Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I want to talk about Zillow, and I'm going to compare it to what happened with me in 2007. Looking at that reflection in the background. What is that? Put it in the comments below. That's going to be fun. We're watching Zillow implode right now, and I know a lot of people, there's some people that say, oh, it's not imploding. It's just, they made some bad bets and they're laying off percentage of their workforce. 25%, to give you an idea, is a pretty drastic number. And I want to sort of explain what's going on in the back end of the company right now, because I don't think people realize it or can truly appreciate what's going on. To put out a press release is a very big deal with the company. It holds a lot of clout, and it can sway investors both to the positive side and the negative side. And to watch news stories break in the morning that your company isn't doing well, that it's having to change course, and they put out the statement, yeah, we're going to be selling 7,000 homes in certain locales, Las Vegas, Phoenix, or some other places they talked about, and that they were going to cease operations in their AI purchasing program is one thing, all right? And that obviously caused the stock to go down. To put out a second press release within 8 hours, now stating that you are laying off 25% of your workforce, is massive. No board of directors takes a decision like that lightly, because they know the ramifications. They know the truth is out, things are going bad, and they have to be able to appease their investors by giving them essentially a sacrifice. And that sacrifice is to lay off 25% of their employees. In 2007, when Bear Stearns had closed its doors, I was absolutely flabbergasted by the fact that most people had no clue what was going on. Zero clue. They did not know how big of a deal that was. And we were already coming in a year and a half after the mortgage meltdown had happened, the mortgage-backed securities, which your then Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke was saying, don't worry, this is mostly conspiracy theories, we fixed it, it's not a big deal. He was completely wrong. Ironically, we listen to people that are completely wrong all the time. I don't know if you remember Jim Cramer the week before Lehman Brothers collapsed, and he says, I think you got, pretty much, I'm going to paraphrase, you guys are nuts, I think Lehman's a great buy. But yet that tool is still sitting on CNBC all the time. Ben Bernanke gets paid hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to go speak to intellectuals. These are the people that make money decisions for you. They pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to listen to a guy that was 100% wrong. Solid work. We listen to people like Dave Ramsey. He's got a good message about getting out of debt, but hey, make sure that right before Lehman, went bust, buy my prepackaged, securities from my company so I can make a ton of money. And by the way, I hate God's money. I hate physical gold. I think it's horrible because it does nothing for him because he's not making money from it. Now, I know there's a lot of people that don't get, reality. The fact is, as Bear Stearns went down, people weren't paying attention. They didn't wake up until Lehman went down. So what's it going to take now? Now, Zillow is by no means Lehman Brothers, but it is a sign. I was talking about the real estate market collapsing in the beginning of 2020 and 2021 on YouTube. And it doesn't matter that it's going up. When something dies, an investment dies, it always has a blow off top. And because that's the emotional money that's running in. Anybody that bought a house in June and July literally bought it because, and I heard it many, many times, quote, if I don't buy now, I'll never be able to own a house. That has got to be the stupidest reason to ever buy real estate, honestly. And if it was you, sometimes we have to realize we're stupid. We do stupid things, emotional stuff. I've done it multiple times. I've lost my fortune 3 times. And my hopes is that people don't go through that themselves. Although I've heard lots of successful people say that. It's just sort of the evolution of becoming successful is learning from your mistakes and not making the same mistake twice. So I encourage you to keep learning more and more about this real estate crash. And, honestly, I know a lot of people with a lot of real estate, and they're cool with holding on through a correction because, quite frankly, like I held a couple properties through 2008, 2007, even though I knew it was collapsing, I was selling a bunch of other stuff. I was comfortable holding what I was holding. And yes, it dipped down in value, but the rent still came in. And then it corrected, and I sold for over what I paid for a long time later. But I was okay with that. That was a decision we made, and we're totally fine with it. It doesn't mean you have to sell everything. If you're trying to, catch every dime, that's usually when you lose. I just try and get the average. That's all I'm doing. I'm swinging to make a hit. So this will get worse in the coming months. You will see more and more. I would expect Redfin to start coming out with some pretty dire warnings. As a matter of fact, Redfin was warning the market back in 2020, and actually some Zillow analysts were talking about it too, but I know they weren't really out there being brazen about market corrections and be careful because they were in the business of buying homes. So I'm sure Redfin's going to come out. This is going to be their time to shine, probably in the next couple months, but they're probably not going to do it for a month or so because they don't want to bring any unwanted attention to them. So just want to share that with you that as this thing goes down, and I'm already getting people, big managers of real estate contacting us, letting us know, hey, we're getting ready to pounce. I don't think the bottom of this is going to be in for quite some time. And we could go through an awkward hyperinflation in real estate, but that's only if they start literally printing, tens of thousands of dollars and handing it to the average Joe, and that will cause a hyperinflation in real estate. If that happens, there's a whole nother way to deal with that, and I'll be making some videos about that. All right, guys, that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.